Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. Today we're going to do the very rare on this channel Protoss vs. Protoss match. We just generally don't do mirrors, but occasionally we should mix some in. And this is going to be Rich going up against Best. So you would consider Best to probably be favored here. And it's almost in my mind when I saw Rich and Best play, I'm like, you know what this kind of reminds me of? Because Rich plays a lot, and he has a trillion ladder IDs. It's actually insane. I think a sizable percent of S rank is actually Rich. And like, I'm not joking, guys. Like, I think by the end of a season, Rich might be something like 4 or 5% of S rank. Which makes me think it's almost like, you know, Zerg is a hive mind. It's almost like Rich is a hive mind. It's like you can cut them down, but they keep growing back. Every time you cut off one of his Hydra head IDs, he gets 2 more. The guy has so many logins. He has so many IDs. And he doesn't play ASL. I don't know what in the world is going on with Rich, and no one seems to be able to tell me either. But there you have it. Now, yeah, Best in ridiculous shape. Won the first ASL season open. So he's already in ASL for season 21. And I would say probably one of the favorites. Like, he is just in such good shape in all the matchups. I actually haven't seen his PvP lately, I guess. So I shouldn't say that, but like, these top guys generally aren't ever in bad shape PvP. PvP is kind of straightforward. Like, oh, is your micro good? Okay, sick. Here are the build orders. It's like, yeah. Anyways, they're cross-spawn here on Octagon. And it'll take a minute before they find each other and things start to occur. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Please check if you're subscribed. If you're not, I would appreciate it. I really, I do have this dream that one day the channel will get to 100,000 subscribers. I think that would be just a sick milestone for StarCraft Brood War in English. Thank you everyone who has subscribed, that likes the videos, that leaves comments. I try to read as much as I can and respond and all that. And thank you guys, really appreciate it. Yeah. And yeah, there is a Patreon as well, patreon.com/Artosis. Thank you to everyone who has signed up to that. Again, very, very appreciated, you guys. Link in the description if you are interested. All right, so Best right now. Dragoon range on the way, but not over here. Probably a quick robo, I would imagine. Why'd that Salic get pulled back? Oh, so the Dragoon can go back, can go out. Yeah, he's gonna go chase the probe around. Dragoons are faster and obviously have a ranged attack, so. And he does start his own range, but it's quite a bit later. That's interesting to me. I wonder why he would start it later. I think it was just like optimization stuff for him. But Best has one more probe, so I'm not 100% clear on the decision making behind the later range. There's the Robo coming up here for Rich, and Best is on 2 gates. Zealot pushing out slightly to the center, and he's mostly scouting on and a probe up here. I'm not really sure what's going on here from Rich. Zealot plus Dragoon standing on the ramp here in the center. Actually gets some good hits here on Best Dragoon. You're not going to be able to fully push this, especially since Best is going to have range first, but 3 units against 2. Best is about to have a couple more. Pulls up to his high ground. The high ground is just here. It's like this shade, that's all high ground right there. I'm not sure 100% where the spots are on this particular ramp. And the spots for the reverse parts are slightly different too, because it's a janky game. But yeah, it's, you know, we tried this on Citadel. It kind of works. It's okay. You have to be a little bit careful. There are some cheesy things that can occur because of that, but nothing too crazy. Okay, Robo is up, and We don't see any tech to go with that as of yet, nor do we see a shuttle. Oh, wait, no, we do see the tech. I'm sorry, that was hidden by the minimap. Observatory. He just started the observer. And Best over here, he's just expanding. I prefer the build that we see here from Best. I know I've spoken about it a lot of times about, like, risks, especially in PvP. I feel like I was so enlightened getting to watch and cast a certain era of Protoss vs. Protoss in StarCraft 2. And the clarity that gave me on taking risks, especially in a mirror matchup. You know, it's just, you give yourself a much stronger build. It's like, yeah, if he had done a DT rush, you're dead. But against everything else, you're ahead unless he did something super greedy, right? And even against that, you'll be okay-ish with this type of build. Looks like he's going into 3-gate Observer, very likely. Oh, is he going to add a 4th gate? That's kind of interesting if he does. Oh, okay. This actually reminds me of some Protoss vs. Terran builds. Occasionally, well, it's not exactly, though. Like, occasionally you'll see someone go, like, fast 3rd off 1-gate Observer and then go 4-gate really quickly. That's definitely a build that exists in Protoss vs. Terran. This is slightly different. It was like 2-gate range to open, expansion, Robo, 4-gate. So he is going to be able to produce a lot of Dragoons, and this is a great area for him to stand. In the meantime, Rich is taking his own Nexus. It is quite a bit slower here, so a longer time for Best mining at better capacity, even though their probe count is very similar. And he's been on like 1-gate this whole time, but he is getting that Robo, those Robo units, right? Like, he's already getting a shuttle. He already has the Reaver. And that could allow Rich to do some counter harassment, but he's not getting shuttle speed super fast, which I wouldn't expect him to get it super fast here, but it does, like, in these positions, I think it could be very dangerous to fly across the map with this shuttle and Reaver. Like, you're gonna have to go way up and around, and it's such a long travel time without the speed upgrade that, like, if Best happened to attack you, you might just die. Now, he's going across. The Observer sees these goons, and he is gonna lose that Observer, I think. Oh no, just barely not. I'm kind of surprised that he's actually fighting here at all. Seems like Best is in complete control here. And Best jumps onto the Reaver, kills it, and he's going to kill all the Dragoons and the shuttle. Yeah, I'm not really clear why Rich decided to do that. He has another Reaver coming out, so he might live against the Onslaught. I think Best, you know what it might be, is he's not used to the build Best is using. Because like I said, like, I don't do a ton of PvP, and I honestly don't watch too much PvP. It's probably my least watched matchup. But, like, this isn't a build that I've really seen. And, like, so I think he caught Rich really off guard. Like, Rich was thinking that he was able to do something. Like, if this was a more standard, like, 3-gate Observer, you know, he would have fared a lot better with that push. But Best is putting on insane pressure right now. He's actually up by, like, 8 workers as well. Getting his own shuttle. Might need to pull a few probes here, really. This is not looking good. Oh, good Scarab. Oh, man, he's just going to lose another Reaver. He has gotten up to his own 4 gates. Thing is, the travel distance is so far away. If this was close spawns, I think this game would probably be already over. But since it is cross spawns, it's giving him a little bit more time to get a few extra units out to try to defend. Best definitely in a dominating position right now. Rich going to pull his probes, finally. Do a little surround on these goons. Oh, he should be able to get the surround on that as well. Okay. Yeah, and he will get the kill on this final Dragoon. But definitely a pretty good position here for Best. He's up 12 workers. He's got the 4 gates producing still, and he's getting his own Reavers. But I guess when you look at it that way, they have the same amount of production right now. Best has the better economy, but the economy is not terrible for Rich. It's, like, playable still. Like, he's down in workers, but you can make something happen here because he's still got full 2-base economy, right? 2 base economy is right around 44 workers. Like, that's going to... Any additional workers beyond that aren't substantially increasing your income, and those are workers that, like, you'll end up transferring later on. So, like, as Best gets his third up, that lead will be exacerbated. But, like, when they're just sitting on these bases, the 44 against the 56 probes doesn't make a big difference. There is a little bit difference. That's part of why Brood War is great, but it's not that big a difference. It allows some comeback type of opportunities. Okay, so Best is getting that third base up. He's keeping a little bit of a containment here, although I'm not sure that this will do too much. You know, obviously, Rich will only come out when he's ready with the Reavers. Shuttle speed is on the way for both players. 5th gateway coming up here. Best already adding up to 6. And sending his probes over. This is where he's really going to start to gain an advantage. All right, so it looks like Rich is going to try to use the Reavers to kind of poke everything back. He's got to be careful, though. If he loses the Reavers / shuttle, Best is just going to run away with the game. All right, good micro there so far. Really good hits with the Scarabs, for sure. That one was a little bit of a dud. Okay, he is targeting down these Reavers pretty effectively, and his Zealots are actually doing a lot of work for him here. They tanked a lot of damage and dealt a lot of damage as well. And it looks like he is going to be able to crush Best's army. What a turn of fortunes there. So Best, ooh, a little bit too far forward with these, perhaps? Getting a little bit nervous for him. All units to the Octagon. Let's fight. All right, Best coming back. Yeah, he does have a Reaver in that shuttle. The shuttle is very low in health. Little counter harassment going to be going on. You can see Best has a row of pylons to watch for things like this, but his army is pretty far out of position right now. So Rich looks like he might be able to get a good Scarab off here. Best gets those goons down there just in the nick of time. Rich is pulled back. Oh, and Best is actually the one getting the harassment done. Damn, dude. Well, you can see the difference. He's got 1 pylon here, but Best has 3. 1, 2, 3. He, like, really saw that coming, and it looks like Rich missed it. So now Rich is down 21 workers. This is looking like it's going to be pretty one-sided from here. Best with his third base already mining and everything. Is that Nexus too far away from the minerals? I believe this is 1 hex further away than it's supposed to be. Oh, man. Is Rich being completely dismantled? Is this the difference between the strongest ladder Protoss and the strongest Protoss? There is quite a difference, isn't there? All right, Best going to attack uphill here. So he's going to be missing half of his Dragoon shots. Obviously, the Reavers do not miss in these situations. Well, maybe that's not obvious to everyone, but yeah, they don't. Reavers can miss, like Scarabs can dud, but not because of high ground. It's more of a padding thing. Yeah, this is 1 hex further than it's supposed to be. But he's got 3 base saturation, 43 probes only, so still Best just doing a better job. Although Best will run out of mineral patches probably slightly quicker. No, I guess it's pretty even there. Another Reaver drop here into the natural. That shuttle is really low. I think he should pick up 1 Reaver and get out. Oh, you're crazy. All right, well, I guess he'll lose both. Best trying to attack up into this position as well. Now, what we've seen with that's one of those win more moves that I think are actually poor. Like, when you've gotten this far ahead as Best, I don't see the reason to jump in there and lose 2 Reavers to deal incrementally more damage to him. Like, yeah, you killed a few units and made probes run, and maybe you got a couple probes in there too, but, like, why did you sacrifice your Reavers? At this point, You've hurt him so many times that you just have to win against his army. And this is a problem that I think even most of the top pros have as well. Where it's like, no, you have to look at the situation and recognize that no longer is dealing damage to the economy worthwhile. It's like when people do too many High Templar drops. It's like, just kill the army one time and you win. Because that seems to be like Rich's only out here is beating the army well enough that he can counterattack and win. Best here has a 4th base up in mining. So, like, all he needs to do is win a fight. An actual battle. That's it. By the way, I don't see the Citadel on either side. Double Robo here for Best. That's kind of interesting. Does have that Forge. What's his upgrades at, actually? Just +1. And nothing for Rich. Rich is getting a Forge, though. All right, he's chasing part of Rich's army over here. Rich is going to pull it way back. And yeah, I think as long as Best is playing exactly like this, just kind of roaming back and forth, just getting ready to crush one army, he should be able to take a victory. This is like a very big macro PvP. You normally don't see the supplies get this high. All right, double Shuttle Reaver coming in. Best just wants to get the finish. Well, he blows up those Reavers really, really quickly. Still has all 4 of his own. This should be game, I would imagine. Double Robo over here as well. It's interesting to see the double Robo, by the way. Like I said, this is my least watched matchup. But I wonder if that's becoming a thing, because it was... A lot of people were going into Storm and everything. Because Storm does beat Reavers, but there's like a transitional period in there where the Reaver player should be a little bit stronger. So I wonder if that's like a... If the double Robo Reaver is something that's actually gaining a lot of popularity in the matchup. I'll have to look into that. I'm interested, though, now. So Best ends up clearing everything. Rich is going to have to GG. A little bit one-sided. But I am, again, kind of interested about the double Robo plays. If you're someone that watches a lot of PvPs, let me know if that's something that you've seen more often in this matchup. It's not that I've never seen it. It's just, I was mentioning before, I didn't see a Citadel. Like, normally people get into the Citadel, maybe get Zealot legs, because once you lose a Dragoon army, it's quicker to field a Zealot-based army. And Psystorm deals with Reavers very well. Huh, I wonder about that. Especially from Best's point of view, because he's definitely someone that does a very good job of the Zealot High Templar Archon type of army. And in fact, we've even seen him go Dark Archon in this matchup. So the fact that he's doing it, it might be a tempo-based thing for this particular game. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed a mirror matchup. I know you'll say you did, and the viewership will be lower than normal. But that's okay, because we got to check them out sometimes. Mirror matchups are still pretty good. Thank you for watching. See ya.